For centuries, the Shroud of Turin has been a mysterious artifact that has fascinated scholars, believers, and skeptics alike. Many believe it to be the burial cloth of Jesus, and its secrets have intrigued countless people. In August 2024, a groundbreaking discovery was made that could completely change what we know about this sacred relic. You won't want to miss this story. Before we get into the details, take a moment to subscribe and join us as we uncover the mysteries of the Shroud and spread God's message to the world. Researchers from Italy's National Research Council's Institute of Crystallography have been studying the Shroud, which many think is the cloth Joseph of Arimathea used to wrap Jesus before placing him in the tomb, as described in the Bible. This cloth first caught public attention in the 14th century. However, skeptics have long argued that it's nothing more than a medieval fake. But here's where things get really fascinating. The cloth shows a faint image of a man with signs of torture, including a crown of thorns and wounds from crucifixion. What's amazing is that the image looks like a photographic negative, something medieval artists couldn't have created. A recent study found evidence suggesting the cloth was used on a tortured body. Scientists discovered particles of ferritin and creatinine, substances released during extreme muscle contractions, similar to what Jesus would have experienced. They also found bloodstains on the hands and feet matching crucifixion wounds, along with a large stain on the chest that lines up with a spear wound described in the Bible. Dr. Julio Fonti from the University of Pavia has been studying the structure and thermal properties of the Shroud. His findings bring us closer to understanding this mysterious relic. What do you think? Could this really be the burial cloth of Jesus, or is it an incredibly detailed fake? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing stories like this. Since 2004, Dr. Fonti has been exploring the secrets of the Shroud of Turin, believed by many to be Jesus's burial cloth. His website showcases several projects, but questions about funding have been raised. Reports suggest some of his research was supported by an anonymous religious group, which also asked him to study another relic, the Pedro handkerchief, depicting Jesus Christ and St. Peter. Studies by forensic and engineer Christian PR have discovered a nearly transparent substance in the blood-stained fibers of the Shroud of Turin. Some researchers believe the substance might be fluid from pulmonary edema, a condition where fluid builds up in the lungs. This theory has been supported by others who link it to Jesus's physical condition during the crucifixion. Traditionally, the shroud is considered to be the cloth that covered and cleaned Jesus's face after his death, making it significant both spiritually and scientifically. Fonti's analysis of the shroud reveals fascinating details. He points out that the figure's right eye appears sunken and shows a vertical mark, possibly caused by a blow to the head that might have resulted in blindness. This aligns with the gospel accounts of Jesus's suffering. Some even suggest the mark could be from a thorn in Jesus's crown, not just from a scourge. The shroud, a large cloth measuring 14 by 4 feet, displays a life-sized image of a man with wounds on both the front and back. This hauntingly vivid image brings to life the accounts of Jesus's crucifixion, serving as a powerful connection to ancient history and faith. Photographs can capture moments in history, but some mysteries remain unsolved. To this day, the Catholic Church hasn't confirmed if the Shroud of Turin is authentic, leaving it to scientists to investigate. For years, researchers have debated whether the shroud is a genuine relic or a clever medieval fake. Many believe it's a well-made imitation. This debate intensified in 1988 when carbon dating tests dated the shroud to the 12th century. But is that the full story? Scientists have questioned these results, pointing out flaws in the testing methods. They even found that the sample used came from a repair on the shroud, which may have skewed the results. In 2014, Italian forensic experts Matteo Barini and Luigi Garlascelli studied the blood patterns on the shroud. They found that the patterns didn't fully match what would happen to someone who was crucified. What do you think? Could the Shroud of Turin be Jesus's burial cloth, or is it an incredible medieval forgery? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more discoveries. In 2018, Dr. Liberato De Caro and his team published research in the Journal of Forensic Sciences. They used advanced techniques, like X-rays, to study the natural aging of the fabric. Their findings showed the shroud's linen had characteristics of material from the 1st century, around 55 to 74 AD. This challenges the 1988 carbon dating results that suggested it was from the 12th century. Dr. De Caro explained that old fabric contamination can affect carbon dating and that their methods were more accurate. Their results suggest the shroud could actually date back to Jesus' time, sparking new debates. The mystery deepens when you consider the image on the shroud resembles a photographic negative, a technology that didn't exist in ancient times. Could this be Jesus' burial cloth, marked by a miraculous image? What's your take on this fascinating puzzle? The tilma of Our Lady of Guadalupe is a fascinating religious artifact. Made from a simple fabric that should have deteriorated centuries ago, it has somehow lasted over 500 years. Even more astonishingly, it survived a bombing attempt in the early 20th century that left the church damaged but the tilma untouched. Scientists who have studied the tilma have noticed something extraordinary: lifelike reflections in the eyes depicted on the cloth, as if taken from a real-life scene. These details seem like something out of a mystery novel, yet they are real and continue to amaze. Some may find these stories hard to believe, dismissing religion as an abstract concept with no physical proof. But as the Bible says in 1 Corinthians, the Greeks seek wisdom, and the Jews seek signs. For believers, Christ is the ultimate source of wisdom and power, and relics like the tilma or the Shroud of Turin may feel like tangible evidence of miracles. What if these relics are more than just legends? Could they be real signs of the divine? These artifacts challenge us to reflect deeply on faith and consider the possibility of a connection to historical truth. If you enjoyed this content and want to support our mission, click the Super Thanks button below. Your contribution is more than a donation. It's a blessing that helps us continue sharing these transformative stories. Thank you for watching and exploring the fascinating story of the tilma of Our Lady of Guadalupe with us. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content about faith, miracles, and history, make sure to like this video. It really helps us reach more people who might enjoy this too. Don't forget to share it with friends, family, or anyone you think would find this story inspiring. Your support spreads the message far and wide. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join our community. We regularly post videos that dive deep into topics of faith, history, and the mysteries of the divine. Don't forget to click the notification bell, so you'll always know when we post something new and exciting. We'd also love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the miraculous nature of the tilma? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. Finally, if you'd like to go the extra mile and support our work, click the Super Thanks button below. Your contribution helps us continue sharing these powerful stories, and every bit of support is a blessing to our mission. Thank you for being a part of our journey, and we'll see you in the next video.